Now, I'm curious for the voice. I mean, you obviously have been in Riot for several years and have had, if nothing else, tons of critical acclaim. The records, nobody's selling records these days. Let's just be honest about it. But
Yeah.
but acclaim is what you kind of get these days. And since Riot 5 has been out there, it's gotten nothing but positive press. I'm curious what led you to doing the voice when you already had something in the music world that was, already working.
I think for me, it was kind of just that curiosity. And believe it or not, I haven't actually watched those shows, those kind of shows too much, just because in a way it was almost frustrating because I would always watch the shows and be like, man, I could do that. I know that sounds so arrogant, probably. I don't mean, you know what I mean? It was like, and I don't mean so much I could do that, but it would like give me this desire. Well, I should try out. And then I'd be telling myself, don't mess with that. And I don't know. I was just sitting there. I think my older sister was like, you should consider. And I asked my older brother and he told me how stupid I was for even thinking about it. And then I asked my mom, she's like, well, would you have fun? I'm like, well, yeah, I think so. And she's like, well, then try it, So I went to the walk-on audition in Chicago. And I think mainly the main reason is because, I do write a lot of my own music too. And actually, when I write, though, by myself, I just play with an acoustic guitar mostly. And so everything really comes out kind of singer-songwriter.
Okay.
And I had, I don't know, I had been playing, I had written a bunch of songs myself, and I thought, I don't know, it might be fun. I thought, if nothing else, it'll just help give me exposure. I think that would help Riot, and it would also potentially help any music that I might want to put out of my own. And, I kind of dabble, like I've been in heavy metal since I was a wee lad, My first band, a cover tune band when I was 15, we were a little more pop rock, but a lot of the stuff at the time was, it was from, whatever. It was from Bryan Adams to Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers to I Wanna Rock by, Twisted Sister. So, it was all over. But, I've been in heavy metal for a long time, but obviously, like most musicians, I have other types of motivations and stuff and things I like. And I'd written a bunch of pop stuff, and I thought, well, maybe it would be good for that show. And then, but I also had a hankering to do like what I would call an old school rock album. And that was, and so when I went out, like that Jukebox Hero song, to me, that's kind of the category I'd put that in. I know Blake was quick to jump on the hair metal thing, but Foreigner's not hair metal. And so, and then when that went over really well, I was like, wow, there's maybe something to this. And that's when I got with Joe at Rat Pack and said, man, maybe we should try to put something together. I've got a bunch of songs written, can you hook me up with someone?